Lawmakers are rushing to pass a plan that would try to keep the Chiefs and the Royals in Missouri, as the state of Kansas is trying to lure both teams across state lines. The lawmakers only have a couple days to pass the Show Me Sports Investment Act. Meanwhile, the city of Neosho getting that Blue Shield designation, which recognizes local governments which make significant efforts to reduce crime and foster law enforcement collaboration. Your News is a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver direct to the refiner for top dollar, and they also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn, 708 South Main, Galena, Kansas. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
It's going to be warm today as we see sunshine with highs nearing 88. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low 70s. Mostly sunny, mid-80s for Thursday. Mid-80s, sunny, maybe a storm late in the day on Friday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
64 in Mount Vernon, 68 in Pittsburgh, 69 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial. And today we're featuring Carson from Miami.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Carson. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, you can go to the KIX website, and there on the main page is a button you can hit that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 17 minutes away from your chance to get someone the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
$527.50 in cash could be yours if you can be calling number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is.
Here's Ella Langley
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
You ever notice that with some kids, how they sound like they're from Illinois? I mean, up northern Chicago. They got that undergod.
Undergod.
Indivisible. I mean, you can hear it. And it's not just Cassie or exclusive to her. A lot of kids do this. I don't know why. For which it stands.
Mm-hmm.
One nation, under God.
Undergod. It really sounds like someone from northern Illinois.
Morning, Christy. Morning, Megan. Jimmy Cat, good morning.
Morning, everybody.
What a beautiful day. It's going to be toasty. Almost 90 degrees today. So make sure to drink your water. And if your kids are like mine and they've got outside sports today, drink even more water. I hope the weather holds out for this weekend because the boy and I are going to be in Tulsa for a soccer tournament.
Well.
And Tulsa is a part of this little line all the way up to Joplin where we could see some severe weather.
I don't think we're going to have severe weather. But there is a chance of rain and thunderstorms Friday into Friday night, and then Saturday night into Sunday. I think there's a much greater chance probably Saturday night.
I remember last year when we went to this, last year when we went to the soccer tournament, it was pouring rain the entire drive down there. And it was like you could hardly see in front of you. I was white knuckling the steering wheel. I was like, this sucks. Morning, it's the rah-rah. Kindergarten screening for Little Miss today. Good luck. I hope it goes well. How does she feel about it?
My fingers are so sore it hurts to type.
No.
My pinky specifically.
You needed a thimble.
I don't think it. That'd be nice. I don't think it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I cut my fingers so bad? Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Where was it? didn't leave a scar, that one.
Really?
Remember? Yeah. And you remember how deep it was?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it did. There is a scar there. Right there. Remember, it sliced it down that way, didn't it? Yeah. You can see a little light mark there. Not like the other one did.
Quit cutting up your fingers.
Remember that? That was just back in. What was it? No, you can actually feel it. Yeah, you can feel the scar there.
It's wild how fast they grow.
Not if you prune them. Speaking of, I should have taken pictures. I didn't think about it last night. We set out, somehow got that done, got the knockout roses planted.
I'm amazed that you got that done.
Can't believe I didn't take pictures of it.
Not a single one?
Nope, not a single one. Took pictures of what it looked like before.
We care more about what it looks like now, though.
Yeah, I guess.
How's Kelsey feeling, Christy? I love kindergarten. I think it's such a great age. Kids are so fun, and the way that they just absorb information so quickly. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Here we go. 5.
7. KIX 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
It's going to be, well, kind of hot today, honestly. Sunshine, highs nearing 90. It is 69 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 14 minutes. Plus, we're getting you signed up to win Thomas Rhett tickets. Going to be in concert at the Walmart Amp on June 5th.
And all you got to do to get entered to win is text the word tickets to 417-623-1025.
First, you got to win the cash, though, with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
At 7:20, just 10 minutes, we call it number 5. Tell us what the secret sound is, and the cash jackpot is yours.
Here's Florida Georgia Line.
On the 4 states, number 1 for winning.
KIX 102.5.
It is. It'll be hot, though. Hi, Christy.
I used to have...
What you looking for?
Oh, there it is. Ideas for what to wear tonight. I might do that.
That's a good one.
Not
what?
Not the torn up jeans, just regular jeans.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be really going out of style quick.
The twerp jeans?
Yeah. So to help me remember, I will frequently do this.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Maybe that.
Why that one over the other one?
I don't joggers. It's more denim. I need to get away from
I like those pants.
the denim. Yeah, I do too. I like that too.
That outfit's great.
And I have that. It's just a gray cord shirt and white. Again, it seems kind of hot. Oh, look at this.
Look at there.
I like that shirt better.
Morning, Gary Crow.
That shirt, they wanted $90 for that.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's at, what is the name of that place? I can't think. X. It's got the X on all their clothing.
Express?
Express. Men's Express. Or whatever it is. Express. Something Express.
Morning, Ted. Thanks for the gift.
So I'll go by there and get ideas and then go to H&M.
He says, this is kind of cool. Listen back home when sitting in Ohio.
Nice. Why are you sitting in Ohio?
Christine says the answer is go to college and take nothing for granted.
What was the question?
I'm not sure. What was the question, Christine? Morning, Chad.
You're not in Cleveland, are you, Tet?
What's your beef with Cleveland?
Oh, Tet knows.
Okay. I wish we had a Hy-Vee around here. Or a Trader Joe's. I would shop the heck out of either of those.
Trader Joe's, I could see. I'm not familiar with Hy-Vee. What's the big deal about Hy-Vee?
I think it's just a better grocery store. It's more allergy friendly for people like me. I think their produce is in better shape than Walmart's.
Yeah, but don't they charge a lot more? Aren't they a lot pricier?
A little bit.
Good, Chad. How are you doing? Satterfield and Waldo.
Look, we haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you doing? I love Kroger. I miss Kroger.
Stupid busy.
But I don't want to go to...
I think they used to have a Kroger here years ago. I know we used to have a Consumers. We used to have a Price Cutter. And did we not have a... Was there never a Kroger here? Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't think Kroger ever made it into this area. Kroger's a West Coast thing for the most part. Not just West Coast. I mean, they're everywhere on the West Coast. But, I mean, I don't think they make it this far into the Midwest. KC is probably the closest.
There's one in Pittsburgh.
Is there really?
They're all over Wichita, Manhattan. Yeah.
Okay, so it's...
Morning, Frank.
If I have a white shirt. I don't know. Once upon a time, I had like 6 just plain white T-shirts that I could wear with stuff. But, man, I cannot keep those.
They don't stay white, do they?
No. Something about my body excretes minerals that turns like the color on my shirts and stuff just yellow. I'm like, what? What is coming out of me?
What a weird phrase.
and I mean, you think, well, that sucks. That ruins shirts. But the alternative would be keeping whatever that is in you. So I guess I should be glad. Dillon's is Kroger. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense then, Jimmy. We have all the Krogers in Missouri are Dillon's. And we did have a Dillon's here once.
That's what I've heard.
I think that was the one that was on 20th Street that was destroyed in the tornado.
And they just never came back.
Yeah. It wasn't a very popular grocery store, I don't think. Wasn't one of the... I think Food for Less was probably bigger than they were.
Yeah. Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We've got your chance to guess when the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound right after Russell Dickerson.
On KIX 102.5. Yeah, I've seen the hat before. I know where that came from.
This is to hear.
But I love the T-shirt.
Thank you.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Time for the call
Morning,
and hang up.
Shara? Shara?
All right, fine, Dinah.
I think I do this every time you come on. I lived in Kentucky. There was a Kroger and Piggly Wiggly stores.
I remember the Piggly Wigglies. Now, that was a southern thing. And there's still Piggly Wiggly stores you get down into Mississippi and Georgia, which I'm sure Gary knows. I always, when I see those, I'm like, oh, wow, that's because I had a Piggly Wiggly in my hometown when I was growing up.
I thought you were just going to say you had a Piggly Wiggly.
We shot that thing and it quit.
Oh, Piggly wasn't
Yeah,
so wiggly
Kentucky
after
has
that.
them still. I think, doesn't Kentucky still have Piggly Wigglies? I know when we go to Florida, we always go down through Kentucky over by Wickliffe and down through Tennessee and then down into Mississippi. And you see them all down through there. Very nostalgic.
Morning, Kitty. You ready for Secret Sound?
Not really. Could we just wait a while?
If you want, I don't care.
Okay.
You can.
Oh
Feels like a good time for a nap.
my goodness.
Man. I really hope they're not going to get rid of that side of ABC.
Me too. I talked to him about that yesterday, which he also told me about that we're getting ready to do a trial period for the entire network. It's an AI-based prep service, which when I started telling him about this, he goes, "Oh, I may have an answer," and he showed me that, and I'm like, "That's not the answer to this." I don't hold a lot of hope out for this.
I don't either.
There's a couple of aspects of it that might be interesting. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine in upper 80s today. It is 69 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 5 minutes. But right now, it's time for you to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
We've got in the jackpot $527.50 up for grabs.
Could be yours if you can tell us what is this sound.
What do you think? What was
is that?
that?
623-1025. Be caller number 5 and tell us to win all the cash.
From the 4 states, #1 for cash.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller 1, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller 2, try again.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller 4, hurry up and go right back.
Hi there, Morning KIX. Really? Hi, Morning KIX. Who is this?
Christy!
Christine from Carl Junction. Wait a minute. From
Carl.
Oh, yeah. Christine from Carl Junction.
You are caller number 5. Christine.
All right, Christine, it's your chance once again to try to win the cash in the jackpot.
$527.50.
If you can tell us what is this sound. She says tapping a whisk on a glass.
For $527.50, that is not it.
You can't say that, Christine. Well, no, that's cursing. But we're gonna put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $552.50.
And give you another chance to guess and win at 420 with Brett.
This weekend, if nobody has guessed, we will put a hint on the KIX app.
Thank you, Christine.
Bye. No, you can't curse on the air, and that is cursing.
Weez was gonna. I don't know what you said, but it was funny.
Man, Jesus.
Man, Jesus. Morning, Brendan. He says the sound is so tricky, but I bet it's so simple.
It really is.
Gary Crow says, yes, in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Jimmy says, we had one here at one time. Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
Was it a grocery store?
Yeah, back in the 70s or 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s,
that's why
70s.
I don't know anything about it.
They were huge. I mean, everywhere, all over the United States. One of the first big conglomerates was Piggly Wiggly.
30 seconds.
I'm trying. Christine needed some editing. Thank you, Christine.
Oh my gosh, I started typing classic country theater.
Weekend, if nobody I turned up our output, by the way.
Are we good?
Computer. Yep, we're good. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Christine from Carl Junction.
You are caller number 5. Christine.
All right, Christine, it's your chance once again to try to win the cash in the jackpot.
$527.50.
If you can tell us what is this sound.
Tapping a whisk on a glass.
She says tapping a whisk on a glass.
For $527.50, that is not it.
Oh, man.
But we're gonna put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $552.50.
And give you another chance to guess and win at 420 with Brett.
Dang it. When are we going to get hints?
This weekend, if nobody has guessed, we will put a hint on the KIX app.
Okay.
Didn't even need it. Bye, Chad. Have a good one. What's on my hat?
A racial statement.
It's not a racial thing. My outfit is all black today.
Well,
I got it from the Bricks and Bry trucker hat. Patcha trucker hat bar.
Pecha Huckamaki. Is that not one done by what's her name here in the building?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Okay,
did
Jimmy
it.
did it.
Is Kathy on? I need to talk to Kathy when she gets here. Speaking of.
Well, you just wasted a guess there, Christine. Man, something is itching. Feels like I've got a plastic tag in here, and
Ew, I hate that feeling. Well, I made this myself.
I don't know what I got into yesterday, but I was pulling up the old azaleas that we had. So we've had 8 different azaleas set out in the past year there in front of the house, and they've all just immediately died.
Right.
I mean, immediately die. And so I pulled the ones out that I could out of the ground and dug the others out to replace them with the knockout roses because we've given up on azaleas. Cannot have azaleas. And I started itching and stinging like I'd gotten into insulation.
Mm-hmm.
No idea. And all of a sudden, these red splotches, I mean, really bright red all over my arms
Poison
and
oak
everything.
or ivy or something?
I'm not allergic to poison oak or poison ivy, but you can see some of it right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It went away like within 10 minutes, but it was so weird. I'm wondering if there's something in the soil there and the dirt, maybe.
Maybe.
Why would it have gotten all over my arms like that?
I mean, you don't have to be allergic to still have a reaction to it. Like
Right.
that. Thank you,
No, I can
Christy.
pick up poison ivy and do this with it and everything. It doesn't.
Yeah, but as you get older, though, your body changes, your pH level changes, all that. Good
Every
stuff.
so often I do that just to show off.
What a weird way to show off.
Hey, look at what I can do.
Yeah, black and camo. It's like my favorite. Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh.
What?
My Experian Identity Work subscription provided after a recent data breach to help safeguard your information has now ended. So it was provided. I was part of. Not to worry, I'm sure there'll be another one very soon. So oftentimes these financial services that have your records that experience these data breaches where your information is given out to all whoever, all these hackers, they provide you with security services. And Experian, which is one of the major credit reporting bureaus, was hacked. So chances are you guys got the same thing too. So they offered you a free Identity Works theft and fraud prevention service. But it's over now. I think they offered it for 2 years.
I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
We got an email that there was a Power School breach, and they offered us 2 years of Experian as well.
That's not the only one that I'm actively subscribed to at the moment either.
Somebody new?
At KIX? Maybe we just haven't been introduced to him yet. So, also, sorry, we were working through something. You're not old enough yet.
That worked, though. I started here, and I went, real. Morning, Floyd. Seg.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We are thick into graduation season, and Jeff Bezos has got some advice he wants to share with all you graduates.
Right after Dustin Lynch.
On KIX 102.5. What?
That's the word that came to mind. I'm not thick in the middle of graduation. I'm not willing to adopt that.
Not
descriptive
you.
Adjective.
Jen, nothing is in my teddy bear, thank you.
Okay, and Mark's getting a little antsy, I think, about the tones. He wants me to finish that. I've got to do that sometime.
Yes.
before the weekend.
Because we're working on a
I know they're
spa.
working on the brick right now.
Yeah, we've got a spa that's supposed to start in a couple of days. And they want it on that spot.
He didn't tell me that.
Was it working? Was what working?
Okay, I've got the Andes marked out on the calendar for the 6 weeks that we will be doing them. I went ahead and put them onto that on the calendar schedule so that we'll know when and when it ends. They'll no longer be on
Did y'all see yesterday's Twisted Takes Tuesday?
there. What'd you think? Because Kathy said her favorite so far. Oh, and then Luke Bryan commented.
I already blocked it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful.
Get out of here.
Creeping on Kathy, which is the only way to do it.
Get out of here, Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan. And Melissa said, "Oh my." That's the tone I heard.
Which was very appropriate, honestly.
Jen, though, had the hardest time. You guys saw if you were here yesterday, or heard probably, maybe.
Yeah, they couldn't see it.
She got the giggles so bad trying to do that picture.
Oh, I was so tickled. It was so funny.
Looks like my shirt's on backward.
Oh, does it? Yeah, it does.
And then right below that, Jen's movie rehab, the picture of us. Jen's going like, "That's the spicy meatball." It looks like I'm going, "Now presenting." Ha.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 734.
It's going to be pretty warm today. Sunshine, highs in the upper 80s. It is 69 in Joplin.
We'll take a look at the weather forecast along with 4 states news in just 26 minutes.
And we're still getting you signed up to win tickets to go see Thomas Rhett in the Better and Booth store at Tucker Wetmore on June 5th at the Walmart Amp.
All you have to do to get signed up to win these tickets is text the word tickets to 623-1025, and we're going to find out who the winner is at 7:50.
Plus, in the next hour, we're talking advice to your 18-year-old self, but you can only use 3 words.
You know, it is graduation season, so let's pretend you could go back in time and give your 18-year-old self some advice. But for whatever the limitations reason, it was just 3 words. I don't know who sets these rules.
I don't know. That's the rule for this one.
What would be the 3-word advice you would give your 18-year-old self?
623-1025 to call or text or tell us on Facebook.
And speaking of advice for graduates, we are in the middle of graduation season. A lot of college graduates are going to be heading out into the workforce
That's
and the
right.
work field. And evil genius and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has a few words of advice he'd like to give the graduating class.
I am Jeff Bezos. It is college commencement season, and new graduates seek entry-level career opportunities in lieu of sitting at a folding table with a plate of cookies at a campus job fair. I'd like to promote Amazon as a prospective employer. It matters not if you hold a degree in art history, as long as you can hold your bladder for 12 hours. A warehouse job awaits. Did you study fashion merchandising for 4 years? Well, you can get a foot in the door by driving door to door as an Amazon delivery driver. Bachelor of Arts in Radio and Television Broadcasting? Well, there are plenty of openings to tape shows on Prime. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. I mean to say, tape boxes together on the assembly line. Religious studies major? Well, after 15 straight hours on the loading dock, you'll be praying to go back to school and get a software engineering degree.
Yo! Did I? Floyd texted or messaged you or commented on. He said, "Jen, what's in your teddy bear?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Is it $600,000?
No, I wish.
She's just waiting for Winnie to poo.
What a terrible, terrible line.
Yep, I've got the Alabama stuff already posted, scheduled for Facebook. It's already ready to go up on the, and it's ready to go up on the. Ooh, you know what I need to do?
What?
The newsletter. Yes.
Calm down. It's okay.
Yes. Oh. And I need to check on promo status for stuff. I need to do ACC promo and the newsletter.
Good gracious.
Ryan Fox here, and this weekend, not one, but two big stars stop by American Country Countdown. First up is ACM Entertainer of the Year, Lainey Wilson. Ryan Fox.
Oh, na, na, na.
KIX 102.5 this weekend on American Country Countdown.
Look at that.
Sunday evening starting at.
I didn't even have. Oh, that's because I didn't swap it out. I was like, I didn't even have to touch a thing on that. It was perfect. Yeah, okay. May 22nd. That's next.
We are getting to that point, Randy.
May 17th promo. Oh no, that's not the right promo.
Podcast is gonna be short today.
You want to skip it?
Yeah. I've got only 4 things on it right now.
Why don't we? If that will help for next week.
Yes, we'll do it next week, and then we'll move this one to the 28th. Morning, Chad Beezy. Thank you guys for all the likes over on TikTok.
Okay. I'm very confused that they don't have a good dating method for this. Okay, I need to listen to the old.
That's because dating sucks. Okay.
It's the American Country Countdown with Ryan Fox on KIX 102.5. Ryan Fox, and this weekend it's a first for me. I get to spend some time
Nope.
with Mrs. Garth Brooks.
I thought that was the one that was there.
Gonna be alright. I'll be alright.
102.5. Ryan Fox here at 102.5. Ryan Fox here, and this weekend. 102.5. Ryan Fox. 102.5. Ryan.
Ooh, that sounds bad.
102.5. Ryan.
You hear the beat?
Mm-hmm.
Dropping the beat, yo.
Drop the beat.
Mm.
Dong, 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 dong. I don't know.
2.5. 2.5. Ryan Fox here. 2.5. Ryan Fox here. 2.5. Ryan Fox
Got it.
here. And this weekend, not one, but two big stars stop by American Country Countdown. First up is ACM Entertainment. Sunday evening starting. Sunday evening starting at 6. Sunday evenings.
Getting the volume level right.
Sunday evening starting at 6 on the 4 states #1 for country. KIX 102.5. It's 102.5.
Okay.
KIX 102.5. Ryan Fox here, and this
Controlled P.
A controlled P? Is that really what you just said? Yep.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Get it.
Look at it, look at it.
So last night I got those rose bushes planted, and then I went out. I got the sprinkler system all hooked back up, which you can never find anything that you put away from the fall. We looked everywhere. I found the old broken sprinkler that I'd kept in case I needed parts off of it. It's one of those that does the, so you can take the little adjusters off of that and reuse them. So I'd saved it, but I could not find the new one that we have bought. And we looked everywhere. I mean, I tore apart cabinets, went out and looked in the storage shed, removed the deck furniture and stuff so I could get back in there and look. Couldn't find it anywhere. My wife goes in the house, and she goes, hold on. She goes, I think I might know where it is. And she goes into the sunroom that we have, and there, sitting on the generator that we have in there, just sitting on it, is the sprinkler.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, isn't that the way, when you set something down and it becomes part of the background and you never know? It had been sitting there since late last summer when I took everything apart. And for some reason, I set it down there and never noticed it again. It immediately just disappeared into the background of my life. So anyway, I got all that hooked up, got everything timed and tested out right, and then immediately had to go back in. I practiced all day yesterday on all these songs that I don't know, 13 of them, and for the show that I'm doing tonight. And then started working again because I needed to record me playing each one so that I can refer back to it when I forget, which is going to happen this evening. And I have to be in Springfield this afternoon by 2 o'clock or 2:30 for for line checks, and then we're going to be rehearsing all the way up until 6 when they open doors, and then at 7 o'clock tonight is the show, which is free, by the way, in case anyone wants to go to Springfield and see it. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Here's Luke Bryan.
On KIX 102.5.
Gosh, why are we do this? We're idiots. We need to call our winner.
Oh, crud, yes. Why do you do that, Jen? You're an idiot.
Thanks, Randy. Give me the mouse.
You can have it.
Stop being supportive like that, please. Okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Stop.
What are you doing?
Stop contest. Come on. We gotta go. Select winner.
Oh, you're doing that.
All right, there's our winner. Go. Stop doing that, please.
KIX 102.5.
I'm trying to get it pulled up.
No, there's no H.
You need to point that out then. Oh, I thought there was. Are you sure there's not? Would you like an H?
Not today.
I don't know what that means. Oh, I got to start the recording first. It's what I'm afraid of. Yep.
Okay,
Okay, next.
going. Gosh darn it. Get out of here.
Well, apparently you can't barn hard enough.
There you go. Maybe they're related to the famous family.
Hey, Timothy, what's going on? Nah,
What a
love
good
dropping
man.
the wife
Good
off.
job, Timothy.
Yeah, get rid of her as soon as you can so you can get on with your day,
like
right?
That.
Timothy, did you get signed up to win Thomas Rhett tickets? Well, guess what, buddy?
You are our you are our winner.
Congratulations! You're going to see him in the Better in Boots tour with Tucker Wetmore on June 5th at the Walmart, Arkansas Music Pavilion.
Just tell us who's the Four States Concert Connection.
Do this for me. Say KIX 102.5. KIX 102.5. There you go. All right.
Fabulous.
We got to get a little information from you, okay?
Let's see. Actually, I think we've got everything here. Your email is...
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. There we go. Let me double check your email because that's how they're going to send these to you. It's still your first and then last name at Gmail? All right. So the Walmart amp is going to email, or we're going to email you, national@zrimarketing.com. So you're going to have digital tickets for this show. It's super easy. Just keep an eye on your email. And if you don't have those tickets by like the end of next week, give our clearance office a call at 624-1025 and they'll be able to help you out. All right. Congratulations, Timothy. Enjoyed the show. Bye-bye. Oh, bless it.
Yeah, not near as fun as we could have had with Barnhard, but she wouldn't answer her phone. You always answer calls from KIX. We may be just calling to harass you, but we also might be giving you tickets.
Bye, it's the Rara. Have a great day. Morning, Melissa.
I don't know what that was. Ooh. Hey, Timothy. I'm going to redo that. Whoa, Timothy, what's up?
Oh, that was
a big
That was
improvement.
so
That's what
better.
that call needed right
It really
there.
is, yeah.
That's what it was.
Morning, Franco.
I want you to do that. Okay, but first I'm going to say. Yeah, just as long as you remember to go pick her up later.
Timothy, did you get signed up to win Thomas Red tickets? We got 43 seconds. We better make it because I've already put in a song to make us late.
You're going to have to talk. You're going to have to do a news story or something.
Do a
Make
news
up
story.
one. Make up one.
Dingle dingle.
Four people blew up
zippity-doo-dah.
yesterday at an
Zippity-doo-dah.
intersection.
He was a little premature in his.
That's what his wife said,
Stop.
too. That's why he has to drop her off
18
at work.
seconds. I need you to be serious.
Why? Why you
Focus.
be serious? I don't want to be serious. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Okay.
8 seconds. Do you need me to start?
I don't care. KIX 102.5, the four states #1 for country. Brett Young, how to be a lady.
We'll see sunshine today, high near 88. It is 69 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and four states news in just 8 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we are in the thick of graduation season. So we're talking about advice to the graduates.
Could you do me a favor? Could you quit using thick to describe the
I don't
graduation
know.
season. I don't know why you're saying thick.
Well, you're in the thick of something.
I feel
Something's
like
really
it
happening.
makes me very nervous because,
Why?
you're not supposed to comment on people's weight and stuff. So
I'm not
I know-
commenting on anybody's weight. I'm
It
talking about a
sounds like-
season.
Well, I know that. I know your intentions are pure, but I unfortunately am not.
The word thick just makes you uncomfortable.
Well, it does, little. I'm like, thick graduation season. How am I ever going to walk through this?
Well, in the next hour, we are talking about advice to your 18-year-old self. We're looking for 3 words.
So let's pretend you could go back in time, and tell your 18-year-old self advice for graduation season.
Yeah, well, that you're in the thick of.
But it could only be 3 words. What would those 3 words be?
Like for me, it would be wear your retainer.
Don't use thick.
623-1025 to call or text.
We've been getting you signed up to win Thomas Rhett concert tickets for his show coming to the Walmart Amp on June 5th, though.
And this is all a part of our KIX Summer Ticket Shootout brought to you by JR's Western Store in Diamond.
So let's see if we can get our winner.
You're doing a great job with the phone today.
Thank you. I'm just hitting numbers at random.
Okay.
Doing a great job with the phone. What a
Wow.
weird thing to say.
Sometimes you struggle with
What
it.
do you do, a bad job with the phone?
Sometimes you do, yeah.
Hello.
Whoa, Timothy, what's up?
Oh, dropped the wife off at work.
What a
Love
good
dropping
man.
the wife
Good
off.
job, Timothy.
Yeah, get rid of her as soon as you can so you
Okay,
can
I
get
don't
on
think
with
he
your
meant it
day,
like
right?
that.
Just as long as you remember to go pick her up later.
Timothy, did you get signed up to win Thomas Rhett tickets?
I did.
Well, guess what, buddy?
I got him, huh?
Yeah, you are our winner.
Congratulations! You're going to see him in the Better in Boots tour with Tucker Wetmore on June 5th at the Walmart Arkansas Music Pavilion.
Okay.
Just tell us who's a Four States concert connection.
KIX 102.5.
Can't switch from one file to another.
Yeah, 20 seconds then. Heather says thick is good, and she did thick with 2 seeds.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, you're in the weeds. There we go. You're in the weeds. That's a good way to put it.
Who's weed?
No, not weed. Weeds.
Well, plural. I'm
TikTok
sure.
shop.
I'm assuming they don't just have one. That's what are you talking about?
1 second. Heather's 3 words. Thick is good. Melissa's go to college. Be so cereal.
Murmur. I will never go to another dentist.
Yeah. You love that, don't you?
I love it.
I just want to see what it looks like. Make good choices. You're too young.
I love how you have to count each.
Live a little. Give it too much gas, you'll end up in the tulips.
That's
a
not
lot.
3 words, Megan.
That's way more than 3.
Learn to count. So there's a company called Giga Calculator that has done, Ticketmaster just did this whole deal where they're now revealing all of their pricing and what's all involved. Used to, you would get this final price for your concert ticket, which was a lot more than what it was originally posted as, and you didn't know what all these other charges were. So, in fact, they've been investigated by the FTC and by a number of other trade commissions for improper business practices because of this. Knowing that they were getting ready to get into trouble, they decided to go ahead and show everybody this. But they're going, hey, look what we're doing for you. We're showing you what everything means now. So this Giga calculator has actually done a full analysis behind this year's biggest tours, and the number shows exactly what you're getting for your concert ticket money. For example, Lana Del Rey, she's one of the priciest performers on a per-song basis. So if you paid, say, $240 for one of her tickets, you'd be seeing an 83-minute show with just 15 songs, which breaks down to $16.02 for each song that you hear.
Wow.
When it's calculated by time, that's $2.90 a minute of performance from each person. Lady Gaga, that's $13.97 a song. Beyonce, $13.63. Let's see, Ed Sheeran, he's the value champion, only $4.79 a song, 91 cents a minute.
Get it, Ed Sheeran.
And he's such a nice guy, I hear, that he'll give you your $4 back if you don't like the song. This helps if you take someone to a concert, you know exactly how much they owe you for the songs they miss while they're in the bathroom. 15 minutes, 3.5 songs, you owe me $42.07.
There you go. Thank you, Megan. Just say no. Live out loud.
Please be quiet.
You're too loud. Oh, good. Scotty McCreary just commented on our post.
What?
What are the odds?
Wow. Weird to see him this time of day.
I'm blocking him right now. Scotty McCreary 2025 fan private account.
Add to block list.
Top of the hour. Here we go.
Why doesn't it show the most recent newsletter up here?
It should.
It's showing them back in February.
Have you not done one since February?
I have done them since February. In fact, under emails, it shows the most recent, but up things you've been working on, it doesn't. It shows back in February.
Weird. Here we go. 15 seconds. We'll see sunshine today with highs in the upper 80s, partly cloudy skies tonight, low 70s. Sunshine mid 80s for Thursday. Sunshine mid 80s, maybe a storm or two late on Friday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar's not showing anything over the 4 states.
68 in Quapaw, 70 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're wanting to know if you could go back in time and give your 18-year-old self 3 words of advice. Just 3 words.
Just 3 words. Count them out. 3 words.
What would those be? You know, because we're right in the middle of graduation season.
623-1025 to call or text.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Florida Georgia line.
On the 4 states, #1 per country.
KIX 102.5.
My buddy just texted me and said 3 words to my 18-year-old self. Buy Bitcoin ASAP.
Do more fishing. Listen to Granny. Don't move east. Leave boys alone. Get a job. Let it go.
Mine. Oh, I'm trying to think how to get it in 3 words. Don't marry. Avoid the blonde. Uh,
Well, not completely.
no. Well, Gina's not. She's redhead naturally.
Really?
Yeah, dark red.
I didn't know
It's her
that.
natural color.
I've never seen her with red hair.
Oh, she's had it. She because it's her natural color.
Yeah.
Of course, like most women, she hates it.
I've only ever seen her blonde and then pictures of her with real dark hair.
What do I want to call this? Message.
Hippy dippy doo dah.
Don't zippity your doodah. Concert tickets.
Win, win, and win some more. The season of winning.
Summer ticket shootout is here. And it's so weird. Like, where do you name this email at? They don't. There's nowhere to go to change the name. And if you don't change the name of it, then it will appear in the email. But there's no. There it is. I found it.
I was like, there is though. Hey, my Uncle Steve's listening this morning. Thank you, Uncle Steve. My 3 words of advice to my 18-year-old self is the same as those to my 17-year-old self. Quit high school. Really?
Do we have a concert ticket shootout graphic?
You would tell your 17-year-old self, Uncle Steve, to quit high school? Actually, I don't know that he's watching the live. He may just be listening. Mayonnaise is just sandwich lotion, Megan. Why?
Okay.
Oh, he also texted me Happy Mother's Day. Did not see that. Sorry, Uncle Steve. Thank you. Morning, Gary. All right, the post it up on Facebook now if y'all want to go and share your 3 words of advice.
I can't put up the O'Reilly thing, can I? Unless it's already in there.
When the skin is too dry, you do what? You put on lotion. But when the sandwich is dry, you do what?
You put on lotion.
Put the lotion
this
on the bread.
jargon tastes nasty.
You're moisturizing the bread. Okay.
Okay. So I can do the Alabama, Bama, ding dong.
A.
So, by the way, guys, all next week, Alabama at Thunder Ridge, we've got your tickets.
Woohoo! Okay, hold on now, though. Seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jan, 808.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. It is 72 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 15 minutes, tell you about our chances of rain over the weekend.
But we're playing a little bit of a game this morning because we are in the weeds of graduation season.
Okay, that's not any better than
Why
thick.
is that no better? You won't let me say in the thick of graduation
Can we
season.
say we're fleshing out the graduation
Ew,
season?
no, stop.
See,
Flushing out's bad.
we're flushing out the
We're not doing
graduation
that
season.
either.
Yeah, you're pulling the handle on this year.
The point is, it's graduation season. We're looking for advice for the 18-year-olds. So if you could go back in time and give yourself 3 words of advice, what would those 3 words be?
Only 3 words, though.
Count them out. 1, 2, 3.
623-1025 to text or tell us yours.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
Here's Dirk Bentley.
On KIX 102.5. Condiments
Good
are
argument, by the way. I mean, you're exactly right, and those kind of things needs to be justified too.
You aren't wrong, Megan. Did I tell you Rain caught another bird? She was so proud of herself and would not let anyone come near her and her bird.
Oh.
Your
Remove the button. What do I?
remove the button.
Dang it.
What?
I just removed the thing that I had just made. Crud. Can I put it back? Yes, okay, it's there. I want to get rid of the button. Just turn it off.
I'm surprised that Nyx doesn't climb trees because when we got her, we were warned that Catahoula's climb trees. She's never once climbed a tree, thank God.
Why would I? There's no beech nuts up there.
Mm.
They've still not sent me the Riley Green's on this week, so I can just use that.
Yeah. Boston makes bird dogs. Who knew? I was trying to see if I had any new pictures to share. Little Miss Rain. She was my snuggle buddy in bed. She's curled up like right at my face. I thought I got a picture of it, but I guess not. Mm. The last pictures I have are of her and Nick's very poorly sharing a bone. They kept taking it from each other
Can you drag these?
very gently out of the other one's mouth.
I don't know.
And then it just dissolved into wrestling.
Okay. The
What?
only way I could possibly the O'Reilly Outlaw stuff. We're also going to be doing VIP tickets to the O'Reilly Outlaws next week. Is if it might possibly be there already. I didn't see it in Second Street, so I don't know if he's done it. So I'm going on the website and looking under contest. There it is. My gosh. Joel, you are just unbelievable.
No, poor pumpkin.
Yes.
I wonder what happened.
Man, he is on the ball. That dude. I admire his work ethic. The cut of his jib.
Cut his jib. I need more pictures of Rain and Atlas together because they are obsessed with each other. It's adorable. Seg.
Seg. KIX 102.5, the four states, number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen
Here's Dylan Scott.
on KIX 102.5.
Have fun shopping, Jimmy. We'll see you later.
Have fun storming the castle. Burp. I can just save that to the
Hey,
next
just
hour.
a heads up. Even if you're texting tickets now, that does not automatically get you entered to win for the next contest.
No,
We have to actually go into the system and turn the contest on.
it has to be during the contest. Yeah. There it is.
No, Mama and Dot sleeping together. We have 13 message requests on TikTok. I like your live content. Do you want support and help?
Okay.
I like your live content. I like your live content. I like your live content. Good
Bam, in
Lord.
other words.
Yeah.
Well, look at that, Jen.
Is it beautiful?
Well, it's pretty good considering it just took like a few minutes there. We've got Thomas Rhett on there, Alabama, O'Reilly Outlaws, Riley Green, and the Secret Sound. And it talks about the hint. So we need to do that today before I forget. We could do it tomorrow.
Hint is right here.
It
on
is.
the list.
Oh, it's on the list. Are you crossing stuff off? What else did I have on there?
Memorial Day show. JMR
that's next
podcast
week.
is done.
Who dis?
The JMR podcast is done. I crossed that one off.
Is there nothing else on there?
Morning, Greg. Megan says, I love your content. Greg says, I think he likes the content.
Does he like our content? I think everything is good. I don't see anything.
All right, 10 seconds. Here we go.
So I think it's time to test and schedule. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 818.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. It is 72 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 5 minutes, tell you what it's going to be like this weekend.
But we're playing a little bit of a game. Let's pretend that you can go back in time and talk to your 18-year-old self. Give them some advice.
Well, but only 3 words.
What would that advice be?
You know, because we're right in the middle of graduation season and a lot of people are planning for the future. So if you could give your 18-year-old self some advice, but only 3 words, my buddy here says it would be buy Bitcoin ASAP.
That's smart. That's really, really
Right.
smart. 623-1025 to call or text or tell us on Facebook.
What would your 3 words be?
Listen to Mama. I lost my mama when I was 18, and Mama knows best because I learned a lot, even in just short 18 years. So listen to Mama.
Yeah, she always has the best advice. Always.
Always. And she'll never direct you wrong. Never.
I don't know if she has the best advice.
I mean, your mama's got great advice, Randy.
Eat this. Here, scratch under here. That's
Wait a
not
second.
good
Hold on.
advice.
What 3 words of advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All the things.
Just don't do it.
Exactly. I got married.
Yeah, because if it was yourself that you were talking to, you'd know.
Yeah. Like you're
Yeah.
looking at yourself saying, don't do it.
Yeah, yourself deep down at the age 18 would be like, I know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
What would your 3 words of advice be?
Have more fun.
Yeah, because life's too short.
I don't know if it's life's too short. It just goes by too quick.
I believe that's the
That's
very
kind of the same
definition
thing, yeah.
of being too short. But
What 3 words of advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Divorce her now.
wait, you were married to her when you were 18?
I got married when I was 16.
Okay,
Oh,
so
my gosh.
you knew at that point it was already over.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the decisions of youth.
Let's pretend that you can go back in time and give your 18-year-old self 3 words of advice.
But only 3 words of advice.
What would those 3 words be?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
On the 4 states #1 for country. Hi, morning, Kib. Ding dong. Hi there, morning KIX. What would your 3 words be?
That's good. You know, be tenacious. Keep going, moving forward.
I think he's talking about his email password. Never give that up. Don't
never
do
give
it.
up your
Yeah,
email
don't do that either.
password.
Yeah. Thanks for calling.
Have a good one. Megan says the live content is impeccable. Thank you.
Impeccable live content. That's what I'm hearing anyway. That seems to be the general consensus, doesn't it? I'm going to send a test email, Jen.
Do it.
For some reason, I see stuff once I send the test email that I don't notice. Yeah, this looks good. Really, really looks good.
Really, really good.
Okay, get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, wait, I need to add Alabama to the contest page because now that that's working correctly. Set to send tomorrow morning at 6:54 a.m.
Fabulous.
And it's done. There's the email. Email. Yes, we got email. Yes, we got email and budget and fries. Why do we have fries? Whose fries are these? Wait a minute. Thunder Ridge, one word.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. It's 2 words. 2 words. There's thunder and there's a ridge. There's a thunder and a ridge. Thunder, ridge. Man, camera 4 looks terrible. We are just completely out of focus. Bobby says his 3 words of advice: never give up.
It seems to be a popular one.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it fits on a t-shirt.
Does that mean they gave up? Gotta watch math.
KIX website.
Ba-ba-na-na, smanama. Ba-ba-na-ba, smanama. Na-na-na, 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 na-na-na,
Do I
na-na-na.
need to put a description? I can't remember. I guess I could look at a previous one.
It wouldn't hurt, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just put the The only problem with contests, he has an end date on there, but there is no start date.
Hmm.
So it's just live from the minute you put it up.
Yeah. I want to try doing the tie-dye with, like, ice. I think that's so cool looking. Have you seen people do this? They take a shirt and they tie it up kind of funny, and then they put it, and you put it in like a bucket or something, and then you just put ice on top of it, and then instead of having like liquid dye, you have the powder dye, and you sprinkle it all over the ice so that when it melts, it kind of creates this different sort of, I don't know, it kind of looks like lightning pattern. It's cool. Morning, Major. Camera 4 has glaucoma? Jeez.
Is it blurry?
Very.
Look at our contest page.
Thunder and lightning.
Oh, it
Ka-chow.
Hey.
Do you like the content, Major?
You like the content? The content?
He says, yes, you got to put a description.
Here,
Thunder and lightning. Ka-chow. Nope. Yeah. You fixed it. Oh, there you go. Yep, it's good now. You fixed it. Yep. You think someone goes up there and just taps? Hoo, 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 hoo. Cheers to your right. Cheers to your right. No, no, no. Don't move it. I'm just saying. I thought you were about to step back. Yeah, it's fine. Fix that light.
This little hydraulic thing. What are you saying? What are you saying? Wait, Sarah's face yesterday when that happened to her was priceless.
Oh, that was so funny.
She was like, like an escalator.
It does it to everybody. Every single person that sits over there. And at this point, I don't want to change that. I think it's hilarious.
I could print the newsletter off and put in here, but that's so redundant. We don't need that.
We don't need that.
Put it in the front office for them, but they could also go look at it or subscribe to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You're overthinking it now, I think.
Our contest page, it does look pretty good like that. It's one central location to get to all that, and they're still working on the RSS bugs. Like, for example, on here now, there's, again, no way to start date, so there it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when you click on it,
oh, the double picture thing.
yeah. So they're trying to fix that.
They've been trying to fix that for a hot minute.
Well, trying might not be the best adjective to.
Yeah, that's true too.
They're loosely contemplating the fixing of that item. So I don't have the graphics for Scotty McCrarar next yet. So I can't do that. Still lots of brags about our blog.
Good. 5 seconds.
I know they've been going
Never mind. Don't ignore that.
to the other PDs and stuff and showing it to them and saying, here's how you should do this. So there's a new Reddit topic that has been going around, sleeping naked stories. Inadvertent things that have happened when you were sleeping naked.
Mm-hmm.
So they ask people who sleep naked, when has it ever backfired? And one lady said, once I was sleeping on my stomach naked and my dog barfed on my back.
Ew. Oh, no.
My apartment caught on fire, she said. I had just enough time to grab my husband's robe, which was missing the tie, and ran outside with an infant and a toddler, and the news crew showed up. My kids were trying to crawl into my robe because they were scared. Definitely flashed more people that day than I would have liked.
Mm-hmm.
This girl says, I was sleeping at college and a burglar came in. He didn't think anyone was there because it was spring break, but I had stayed. He opened my door, saw me, apologized, and then took a bag of cookies I had in my roommate's Nikes. Couldn't run after him because, well, I was naked. Sounds like a made-up story so that she could have those Nikes and eat some cookies.
Yeah.
In college, it says the only thing I would grab was a coat. Ever?
What?
So there I am, Donald. Oh, there was a fire, I guess.
You were always nude?
So there I was, Donald ducking with the rest of my dorm, waiting for the fire department to let us in the building, all because some idiot burned a grilled cheese sandwich. Got our house broken into, held at gunpoint, this guy says. Yep, definitely worse with your junk out.
Wow.
And this one, I've known of this actually happen. This happened to me once, but I was not naked. I was just in a T-shirt and underwear, though. Got up in the middle of the night while out on tour with a show, this person says, in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, half asleep. Wasn't until I heard the click of the door behind me that I realized I had just stepped out into the hallway, not the bathroom. Done it.
Whoops.
Thankfully, it was dead of night, and the only person I had to face was the front desk clerk who didn't laugh too hard.
Mhm.
You just got to go down and get another key at that point.
Right.
And I was like, trying to make sure no one was, and at that time of night, it's rare that you see anyone. This person says, I had just laid down for bed and started hearing a buzzing sound, hopped out of bed and hit the lights. Yellow jackets were attacking me. Not a fun battle to fight with no armor on.
Wow.
I don't know that would have been made that much better by pajamas, but
At least you had some sort of coverage.
yeah.
Will you be the mouse, please? Major says he can't sleep naked. He feels unsafe. Christy can't either. You never know what could happen.
I will say it's much, much, much more comfortable, but I don't do it either because of the same reasons. I'm too paranoid.
10 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country.
If you could give your 18-year-old self 3 words of advice, what would those 3 words be?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Here's Lady A.
On KIX 102.5.
I thought you called him Tandy on purpose, Major. He says, I love the songs they make up. I love when Tandy makes fun of Jen or makes her gag. Thanks.
Not Tandy.
I love the show reviews we do every day. I kind of like talking to you guys in chat. Thanks for being our internet friend.
I'm going to call him Major Putty.
Megan says, I've chased away a suspicious person with no pants and a tank top. Don't pull up on me. I'll show you cray cray.
Oh, you were. I thought you chased away the person that had no pants.
I think
I'm
Megan had no pants.
That's counterintuitive, Megan. You just chased away a good time right there. And what did that say about the guy running from you if you're chasing him with no pants on and he's running?
Morning, Big Dave. That he's smart. Get him,
Where's
Megan.
Big Dave? I don't see Big Dave.
Big Dave over on TikTok.
I don't see him there.
You know, he was
Mine
just
says
there.
Out the Mud 97.
He's right there. Moose, the
It's-
OG.
Does not show Moose OG. I know his.
Refresh. Your TikTok is doing.
Just now did.
There,
Yeah, just
see?
now. Morning, Dave. Like, is it really
He's
Dave?
trying to ignore you.
So they also have a topic that's been up for a couple of weeks, actually, on Reddit about they ask, what is the thing that absolutely shocked you, foreigners, when you first visited the United States?
How big all of our servings are, I'm sure.
I don't know yet, but one said the distance between places was the hardest thing to get their mind wrapped around.
Really?
Everything is so far away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that. But when you think a lot of European countries are the size of Missouri, you're like, oh, okay. And they've got a lot crammed into that space.
Right.
This person said, we were driving toward the Grand Canyon in the middle of nowhere with no buildings around. And suddenly there was a fireworks shop right next door to a preschool. Middle of nowhere.
Wow.
They say that the listed price in stores is not what you pay. That is not a thing. At least in their country, tax and everything is always included on the shown price.
Right.
I wish. That everybody is always asking how I'm doing right after the hello. That's weird for foreigners, I guess.
Okay, how do they start a conversation then?
They don't. They say hello. Maybe get right to whatever it is that they don't do formalities. I took someone from overseas to see a baseball game in the United States. The thing that impressed her was, one, the enormous ketchup tub with a pump at the snack counter. The fact you could order something from the vendor, pass your $20 bill down the row, and your food and change would come back. People would hand it back, that they wouldn't steal it. The portion size in restaurants.
There you go.
So many cereal options. You don't have Lucky Charms? KIX 102.5. The 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 837.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. It is 72 in Joplin.
And we've got to look at the weather forecast in the next hour, plus the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website. Vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But we're talking about, since it's graduation season, we're talking about going back in time, if you could.
And giving your 18-year-old self 3 words of advice.
But just 3 words. You could only give yourself 3 words of advice.
What would those 3 words be?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
What would your 3 words of advice be?
Get your degree.
Yes, that is great advice to yourself.
Because I've always wanted to get my nursing degree, but I never went through with it. So now I do what I did in the military, which is purify water for the city of Pittsburgh.
You know, it's never too late to go back to school.
That's true, but I'm 54, so it's...
Not too late.
Yep, you're right.
He failed to mention that the city of Pittsburgh does not pay him to purify their water. He just does it, whether they want it or not.
What 3 words of advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Invest in Bitcoin.
I don't know.
It's kind of
the
risky.
Best advice? I mean, there's a lot of people have lost their shirt investing in Bitcoin.
No joke.
At least they kept their pants.
It's a wardrobe analogy there, Jen. Wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
Not wardrobe. Wordrobe.
Oh, I get it. What would your 3 words of advice to your 18-year-old self be?
Divorce him sooner.
And I'm assuming there's only the one.
Because if you got married multiple times, that'd be multiple choice.
Yeah, it's only one that, no. I love the one I have now.
Learn from mistakes.
That's a good one, too. What would your 3 words of advice be to your 18-year-old self?
Wear some protection.
Wrap that rascal.
Wrap it up.
Tell us your 3 words of advice that you would give your 18-year-old self if you could go back in time.
At 623-1025, or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
I always forget to mention, since it's graduation season, we're playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
Then set it up, and it becomes this huge clumsy thing after that.
Dave says we do have an enormous amount of cereals.
Back to what they were saying on this, another one was how early people eat dinner. So I have a friend that's from Scotland, and he's blown away by the fact that we would eat dinner at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks, 6:30? And I'm like, when do you guys eat dinner? He goes, like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's just very common.
My sister did this like study abroad program in France, and that was one of the things that she said that was very weird for her because she acclimated to it over in France, and then coming back to the United States, she said, we eat so early.
Yeah.
And we eat so fast. She wanted to slow down. She wanted like cheese and hors d'oeuvres. It was a whole thing.
Oh, I bet she was so bougie for like the next 5 unsufferable.
Dinner was like a whole hour and a half.
Let me tell you how they do it in France.
Yeah.
One British boyfriend, this girl says, was flabbergasted at the size of my parents' bathroom sink. Yeah,
sink?
Here's something that blows me away about England. Their washer and dryer is always in their kitchen.
Why?
Always. I don't know, but this is a thing. They make under-the-counter washers and dryers that go in their kitchen. So always. That's where they do their laundry. Is that not weird?
I guess my laundry room is off my kitchen, if that counts.
This person says, I'm originally from South Korea, and in high school, all my Korean friends were shocked that we were allowed to wear what we wanted to school because the entire nation over there, it's uniform.
Yep.
The gaps around the stall doors in public restrooms.
Oh, I've heard
some
this
getting
before,
used
too.
to. They said, yeah, because a lot of theirs are like the Buc-ee's. They're completely closed off rooms.
Right.
In accents. The accents, this person said, in Canada, there are few regional accents, but in the United States, there were so many. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's such, but that's becoming less and less of a thing. We were talking about that yesterday. How much violence was on standard television? That's probably not a thing so much anymore because of streaming.
Mm-hmm.
This person said how nobody walks. I took a 20-minute walk to the supermarket, and my American girlfriend thought I was crazy. That you can book a ticket on a plane or a bus, but that doesn't guarantee you a seat. That is the thing that annoys the heck out of me.
I didn't know that one, I guess.
Oh, yeah. There's no guarantee you're going to be able to get on the flight. I mean, they could cancel at any time. They could overbook it.
True.
I saw we were coming back from Cancun, and we were getting ready to, we were at the boarding gate there in the seating area for our boarding gate, and the stewardess came out, the flight attendant came out and announced that the flight was overbooked and was asking for volunteers to give up their seats, that they would give them an additional flight. They were going to give them.
Why not just say, this is how many seats we can allow on this flight at this time?
Yeah.
Why not do
Well,
this
how
from the
would
very
you
beginning?
oversell?
Right.
There are 50 seats. You sell 50 seats. How do you sell 60 seats for a 50-seat plane?
Right.
It confuses me.
They just overplan, so people, I don't know.
Well, and that's what they're doing. That's what's happening is the airport realizes, well, we're going to have this many probably cancel.
Mm-hmm.
And so to buffer against that, they oversell in the hopes that, if 10 people drop out, then no big deal.
That's lame.
It is. It's stupid.
Dave says he's surprised by the size of the houses and apartments in other countries. They're so small.
Yeah, very small. This person said, when I first moved to America, toilet paper shocked me a lot. Well, it's not toilet paper. That's aluminum foil.
No wonder it shocked you.
I think electric toilet paper does take some getting used to.
Woohoo!
When Europe discovers ice cubes, then you have a right to complain about the U.S., I think.
Mm.
I think, I'm trying to think in the foreign countries I've been to, what's the most shocking thing? Mexico, the siesta thing was really, really weird. So you try to go get something to eat, between like 2 and 3 o'clock. No. Everything just shuts down. They close the stores and everything down in Playa del Carmen. Everything shuts down.
I wish we had a designated nap time. That'd be so cool.
It's like between about 1:30ish and 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And I even asked someone, what's going on? Siesta.
That afternoon
Just like,
lull.
yeah.
Get that siesta.
I was surprised that was still a thing. I thought that was a thing from a long time ago, but it is still a thing, very much so a thing. Even at your resorts, your like food buffets and everything, they'll all shut down at 2 o'clock. Spa services aren't available between 2 and 3. Stuff you have to just book around that.
Right.
And I guess that's pretty common in some Mediterranean countries too. Italy does that. Spain does that. Greece does that. They all have that kind of shutdown period.
Riley Green. He's the guest on Backstage Country this week.
I don't get that one, but there was one of Elvis. Elvis walking down a hallway, and he's smiling, and he's got his jacket button. It said, "Cocaine affects people differently." What does that mean? I wish.
We go after this song. Tea alarms and naps. I vote yes. That sounds lovely, Megan.
I've always taken naps. Well, when I can.
I didn't get a nap yesterday, and I was in bed by 8.
There's a headstone that says Spanks. That's the name. Arthur Spanks. And then under that says his wife, Catherine.
Thank you for the gift, Big Dave.
I guess it's turtle season. That's a sure sign of summer. I almost hit one yesterday. Just barely missed the sucker.
Rain found a turtle in the backyard like 2 nights ago. I think it was.
I haven't seen our big one.
Did your bat ever come back?
Not yet. Although I have seen already in our big pine tree, I saw 2 bagworms. So we got those down. That's the only 2 I could find. I've been watching the evergreens closely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 23 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. Today it's 72 in Joplin.
And we've got the morning KIX takeover starting in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and let us know the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But since it's graduation season, we're playing a little game.
Let's pretend that you can go back in time and give your 18-year-old self 3 words of advice.
But only 3 words.
What would those 3 words be?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
What would your 3 words be?
Don't snort that.
That's great advice.
For anything. You should not. A talcum powder, pudding.
Wasabi.
Pudding. Yeah, none of those. Do not snort those things.
What would your 3 words of advice to yourself be?
Live by mistake.
Live by mistakes.
You can't learn if you don't do it wrong at least once, right?
Right.
Sometimes mistakes are the best teachers.
That's right.
Plus, I'm really good at them.
Yeah. We all get kind of good at them, but
What would your 3 words of advice for your 18-year-old self be?
It would be invest money now.
But wait a minute. You can't just invest money anywhere.
If you had invested money in, say, pocket calculators, you'd be broke right now.
That's very true.
So I think you need to be a little bit more specific, like invest money Amazon.
Or buy Microsoft stock.
There you go. There you go. Perfect.
Invest money Amazon? That's not a sentence.
It makes sense, though.
Learn proper grammar.
Invest money Amazon. You just got to use context clues.
Invest in Amazon.
Okay, that would work, too.
What would your 3 words of advice for your 18-year-old self be?
Don't do it.
What is it, though?
There was 3 separate people telling me 3 words when I was 18. The military was telling me, just do it.
Right.
My mom was telling me to just grow up. And what I would tell myself is don't do it. I joined the military. I married a woman, and she took me for $150,000. So that's why I say don't do it.
Sounds like good advice. She was the it.
She was the it.
Don't do it.
What would your 3 words of advice be to your 18-year-old self?
You can text us yours at 623-1025 or tell us on Facebook.
Morning KIX Takeover just 2 minutes away.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
I do not have dentures, Brett James. You don't know what you're talking about. Stupid.
You don't know my life?
Yeah, get out of my face.
All right, so tomorrow, I can't find the calendar. I think I may have closed it.
Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about your sibling rivalry.
About the time you and your siblings almost killed each other.
Yeah, how you survived it in spite of your siblings.
Also, Secret Sound at 7:20, Thomas Rhett, tickets at 7:50.
And we're going to be talking about the robot truckers that are on the road. And we've talked about this before, about it being something that they were looking into as being explored and tested. But now robot driverless trucks for the first time.
Like big rigs?
This month entered the roadways quietly with no fanfare and nobody talking about it.
Yikes.
But it is now a thing. California, there are 11 different trucking companies that are utilizing driverless trucks.
Makes me very nervous.
Yeah. Nobody's talking about this, so we'll fill you in on it. Texas is the newest state to be entering into this. So all over Texas, they've got driverless trucks going on. we have a special anthem that we wrote and put together about it. So have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.